Now we will see the basic programming, because learning and instruction is little bit boring task. We will directly use those instruction in programming. When you do practice of the instruction in programming, then only the instruction will be easier to remember. Otherwise, learning instruction independently is a boring task. This will also cover up our assignment number first of 8051. So write a program to add an 8-bit number found in internal RAM location on 40 onwards and store the result in R6 and R7. Add n. N is we will be going to add total 5 numbers which is of 8-bit, and result will get stored in R6 and R7, out of which we will store carry in R7 and sum in R6. Okay. So here we will be going to save 5 8-bit numbers in RAM for memory location starting from 40H to 44H. So 40H to 44H. 40 to 44H is the location inside the scratchpad area. So at the 40th location, we will be going to save 1, then 41st location 2, then 3, 4 and 5. So in this way, inside the internal RAM location, at those location 40 to 44, we are going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inside it will look in binary in this way. Then all those numbers will get added with each other and result will get saved in R6 and R7 of bank 0. So this is the bank 0. Here the topmost two registers, that is 7 and 6, R7 and R6, will be holding the result, in which carry will get stored in R7 and sum will get stored in R6. So let's go through the algorithm of the program. Firstly, we will move the desired data into the internal RAM location from 40 onwards. So at 40th location, we'll be going to move 1, 41, 2. Likewise, up to 44, we'll be going to move 0, 5. Set the counter R1 to number of entries of data moved into internal RAM. So we will set the counter R1 equal to 5, because we will have to rotate the counter, or we will have to do some iterations for that. So there are 5 numbers, so 5 iterations should be done. So that's why R1 should be made equal to 5. Now the third step is set pointer R0 pointing at location 40H of internal RAM. So we know R0 and R1 both can be used as a pointer register, so out of which we are going to take R0 for pointing at location 40H. So R0 contains 40, and if you append at the rate, it means that now R0 is pointing to 40th location. So it will be something like this, that the R0, that is R0 register, will contain 40 inside it. R0 register is somewhere at this place in bank B0. As R0 contains 40, and if you append at the rate to the R0, it means that now R0 will point to 40th location. Then we will be going to add lower byte of answer with next number stored in RAM. So firstly 0 will get added with 1, result will be 1, and 1 plus next is 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So in this way, 3 plus 3, 6. Okay, 6 plus 4, it will become 10, means A. So in this way, we will be going to add lower byte of answer with the next number stored in RAM. And we will keep on storing that lower byte in result in R6, because R6, it holds the sum. Then add higher byte, that is carry. Higher byte will be the carry, because carry is there in R7. So we will keep on adding higher byte, that is carry, with previously generated byte of carry. Okay, if any carry has been generated, we will add those carries. So here R7 register and R6 register, this one is holding the carry and this one is holding the sum. So each and every time sum is getting added, and each and every time carry is getting added into it. In this way, R7 and R6 will keep on growing. Then store the result back into R7, that is carry will get stored in R7. Increment the pointer R0. So each time we will be going to increment the pointer R0. So if it is 41, it will locate the 41 location. If it is 42, it will point to 42nd location. During each time we will be going to increment R0 and decrement counter R1. And during each iteration, we will be going to decrement value of R1. Then repeat from step 4. So the same repetition will be done, because we are doing repetitive action. So that's why as counter will come once, the action will become, result of action will become false, and we will come out of that loop. That's why R1 is decremented during each iteration. So let's go through the program. So this is the program. So here we will now see org00h. When you write org00h, org is a assembler directive. It is not an instruction. So here the case of ORG 008, it puts the first instruction of the program at location 00H. Then move R0 #40H. So R0 we are using it as a pointer, and we have moved the location address, that is 40, means this one, into R0. Then #1 @R0. So we are moving this data 01 @R0, means where R0 is pointing at that location, 1 will get stored. So at 40H 1 will get stored. So at 40H 1 has got stored. In this way, again we will do increment R0. So content of R0, previously it was 40, now it will become 41. So here if you write 02 #02, so 02 will get moved at the location where R0 is pointing. Now R0 has got incremented to 41. Now at this position 02 will get saved. So 41 equal to 02. Again we will say increment R0, move 3 at that R0, increment R0. So in this way each location will get incremented, and in each location next data will get stored. So 05 will get stored at 44th location. Then now here we have moved 05H into R1. So content of R1 is equal to 05H. We will be going to use R1 as a counter because there are total 5 numbers and each number should get added with each other, and as there are 5 numbers, we have to rotate the process. We have to repeat the process for 5 times. That's why we have taken 05. Then move R0 comma #40H. So here R0 contains 40H into it. Move R6 and R7 with 00. It means that we have cleared the data inside the R6 and R7. Now move the content of R6 into A. The content of R6 is 00. Okay, so we will move it into accumulator. So content of accumulator will become 00. Then add the content of accumulator with the content which is pointing by R0. So the content of R0 is 40. So if the content of R0 is 40, it means that R0 is pointing to 40H location because there is a @ symbol appended to the R0. R0 40 @40 means this location. At this location we have put 01. Okay, so the content of accumulator which is 00 will get added with 1 and the result will be 01. Okay, and then here move the content of accumulator into R6. So the content of R6, so result will get stored in accumulator itself, addition. So those result of addition will get moved into R6. So this result will get stored in R6. The content of R6 will become 01. Now here the content of R7, that is 00, here that will get moved into the accumulator. So content of accumulator will become 00 and add with carry the content of accumulator with 00H. Okay, so add with carry. So carry flag content, carry flag can be 0 or it can be 1. So those can get added with the content of accumulator, and the next operand is 00 because the requirement of this instruction is instruction operand 1 and operand 2. We don't want operand 2, we just want to add the content of carry and the accumulator. That's why this second operand is made 00. So here add C. So addition, this addition has not created carry flag equal to 1 because 0, if it is getting added with 1, no carry will get generated. So carry flag will be 0. So add with carry 0 with the contents of accumulator. Content of accumulator is latest content is 0. So 0 gets added with 0 plus this 0. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 will be 0. So the content of accumulator here will be 0 again. Move the content of accumulator into R7. So R7 will also become 0. Okay, increment R0. Increment the content of R0. The content of R0 it was 40. Now incrementation will take R0 to 41. Okay, decrement the content of R1. Content of R1 is 5. So after decrementation it will become 4. Decrement the content of R1. Jump if not 0. R1 is 0, no. Then jump if not 0. Where back? Back means at this level. Now again the second iteration will start. Now move the content of R6 into A. So during the previous iteration, the content of R6 it was 01. So 01 will get moved into the accumulator. So content of accumulator A will get added with the R0 where it is pointing. The content of R0. So latest content of R0 in the previous iteration it was 41. So 41 location means this location. So at this location there is 02. Okay. So add 02 with the content of accumulator. So when 02 has got added with the content of accumulator, so 02 and content of accumulator is 1, so it will become 03. Okay, so 03. Then move the content of accumulator. It is 03 to R6. So I am moving those content 03 to R6. Then move the content of R7 to A. The content of R7 is 00 because here previously it was 00 only. Then add with carry. Now this particular instruction has added 01 plus 02. It has not generated any carry. So carry flag is still 0. So 0 plus content of accumulator. So latest content of accumulator is 00. So 00 will get added with 00. The answer will remain 00. Then move the content of accumulator. So latest content of accumulator is 0. It will get moved into R7. So content of R7 will be 0. And over here again implement the content of R0. Previously it was 41. After implementation it will become 42. And here now we will decrement the content of R1. The content of R1 was 04. Now it will become 03. Decrement the content of R1 and jump if not 0. The content of R1 is 0. No. Then jump to back over here again. Now okay, now next iteration, content of R6 will get moved into the accumulator. The latest content of R6 is 03. So 03 will get moved into the accumulator. Then content of R0, which has got incremented. Content of R0 is 42. Now the R0 is 40 to 42nd location. At 42nd location we have 3. So content of R0, that is 3, will get added with the content of accumulator. So 3 plus 3, it will become 6. So 06 will be the answer which is there in the accumulator. And then the content of accumulator will get moved into the R6. So content of accumulator A is getting moved into R6. It is 06. So R6 will become 06. So content of R7 will get moved into the accumulator. In previous iteration, the content of R7 is 00. So that 00 will get moved into the accumulator. Now this, when 6 has got generated, 3 plus 3 6, if the carry flag has not got generated, so add with carry 0 with the content of accumulator which is 0. So 0 will get added with the 0. The answer will be 0. And then again move the content that is 0 to R7. So R7 will be again 0. Increment the content of R0. So R0 will be 43 and decrement the content of R1. The R1's content will become 02. Decrement the content of R1, it will become 02. Jump if not 0. Is 02 equal to 0? No. So jump back. So your pointer will come at this location. Now again, when this instruction get executed, that is R6 move to A. So content of R6 is equal to R6 is 06. So 06 will get moved into accumulator, and then if that 06 is getting added with @R0. @R0 means 43. Now pointer is pointing to the 43rd location. So at 43rd location there is 04. So 04, if it is getting added with the content of accumulator which is 06, so the answer will become 10. 4 plus 6 equal to 10, but 10 will be written as 0A. Okay, so that 0A will get moved into R6. Then content of R0, yet carry has not got generated. That's why whole thing will remain 0. So I will directly make it a 0 and then increment the content of R0. 43, 42. It will become 43, 44. Sorry. Now your pointer will point at this location 44 later on. Decrement the content of R1. The content of R1 is 01. Jump if not 0. Jump if not 0. Yes, it is not 0. We are back at this location. Move the content of R6 into A. In previous iteration, the content of R6 is 0A. So here the content of R6, that is 0A, will get moved into the accumulator, and the content of A pointed by R0. Content of accumulator is 0A, that will get added with the content that is pointed at location 44. The content of 44 is 05. So 05 will get added with the content of A. So addition of both will give answer which is equal to 0F. Okay, and then next move the content of accumulator to R6. So it will get moved to R6 means 0F will get moved into R6, and then R7's content will get moved into accumulator. The content of R7, it was 00. Add C A comma hash 00. So it carry flag has not got equal to 1, means it is not set yet. So carry has not got generated. If carry would have generated, then 1 plus 0 we would have written here over here as 0 1. Okay, so 0 1 has not got added yet. It is not become, so it remains 0 0. Then move the content of accumulator into R7. So it will remain 0 0 again. Increment the content of R0, so it will become 45, and decrement the content of R1. Now R1 is becoming 0 0. So decrement the content of R1. Okay, jump if not 0, but it is 0. So jump if not 0, it will not go back. It will jump on this location. S jump dollar. Dollar means actually S jump dollar. We can write it as L1. S jump L1. So short jump where L1. so it will jump on this location. Then again this instruction will get executed as jump where L1. So here this instruction is getting executed again and again, again and again. Okay, so your program counter will not go beyond this instruction. Otherwise, if the program counter keeps on incrementing, then after some time it will reach to the end of the program memory and it will create an error, because after that it wants to get incremented because it is getting a clock signal again and again. So error will get generated. That's why we have written this example, so that somewhere at this place only the program counter is jumping on this location again and again, again and again. Your program counter will not go beyond this memory location. Okay, so in this way the final result is getting generated. Final result will be there in R7 and R6. So 0F00, that will be the answer. So 000F will be your answer. Now you can change the data given over here and you just try to analyze how the carry is getting generated and how the carry is getting added with the previous one, and you will observe that the data the result should come like something like this: 014F, something like this in 3 digit and like this. Okay, so this will cover our first program of the first assignment of 8051. Okay students, now we will try to implement that program in Kill. So for that purpose I am clicking on this icon, that is Kill Microvision 5. So this kind of a window will get appeared, as you can see over here. We will click on OK. Now we will create a project, that is a new project. So go to project, then click on this new Microvision project. Okay, so we will save that project on desktop. Now this project will create lots of files, so those files should get clubbed into a folder. For that purpose we will create a folder. Name of that folder is add 8. Okay, means addition of 2 8-bit numbers. Then in that particular folder only, the name of the project I will give is add 8, let's say any proj, any name you can give for that matter, and that will get saved into that folder only. Okay, so I will say save. After that, our microcontroller is the derivative of 8051. The name of that derivative is 89C51RD2. Okay, so it is NXP. You can also select microchip. Okay, NXP is one another company which also manufactures this microcontroller. We will select that one and say OK. Copy startup code S. So in this way, this is the project. The name of that project is add 8 proj. In that, a target folder has got created, and in this the source book contains this startup code. Okay, now next go to file, click on new. This kind of window will get appeared. Okay, this is the text editor window into which the program should get written. Okay, so here we will start writing the program. So here we have written program to add n 8-bit numbers found in internal RAM location 40H onwards. Okay, so in this way we are keep on writing the program. Now after this I will write org00h, and then I will keep on writing the program move r0 comma hash 44h. Here you can see, as you are keep on writing the program, the color is not getting changed. It means that you have not yet saved this program. Now in order to save the program, now click on this button, that is save. Okay, and I will give the name again, add 8n-bit or add 8-bit n numbers. Okay, any name you can give, and give the extension that is .asm. Okay, here you can see the color has got changed. Okay, by using this semicolon you can type the comment set pointer to 40H location. Okay, now in this way we will keep on writing the program. Now the next instruction or the command will be sjump dollar and then the end, that is the directive, end directive. So in this way we have written the program. Okay, This program is explained earlier. Now we are ready with the program to execute. Here you can see our source group contains only startup file. Okay, so in that source group we will have to add this file. So add existing file to group source group 1. This existing file because we have saved it already. Add this, you can see add 8-bit, and this is ASM file in which our program is there. So we will add, you can see it is added over here, and then close. Okay, so in this way now source group contains this file. Okay, after that go to target, right click over here, you will get this kind of thing, that is option for target 1. Click on this. After clicking on this, you will get at this location, give the clock frequency as 12. Okay, and if you go in this debug tab at this place, you can see use a simulator. So click on this, it is a by default, it is clicked over here. If you have hardware simulator, then you have to click at this place. Okay, now we are using software, so click over here and say OK. Fine. And also in target 1 we are left up with one more thing, that is output, create hex file. If you don't tick on this, the micro or software will enter in debug mode, but it will not execute the program. So for that purpose you have to tick on this option, create hex file, and say OK. Okay, so now we are ready with all those things. Now we will debug the program. So click over here, this kind of message will get appeared, say OK. Now you will get entered into debug mode. Okay, our program is over here. This is the startup code. Okay, and this is the program, our main program. Fine. Now here we will execute the program, and while executing the program, or while executing that program step by step, you will have to observe those registers. Okay, and along with this you need to observe the locations. Like over here we have used 40H. Okay, so in this we have used 40H etc. locations. So to know that locations, or whether that 40H, 41, 42, 43, 44, all those location contains those numbers or not, because we are moving those number on that locations. So we should know the content of that location. Here you can observe nowhere there is 40, 41, 42, those locations are shown. So what we will do is we will go at this location over here. Okay, and here you will have to click at memory 1 at this. I am clicking over here. Okay, here you can see address. Here you can write address of the location. Now all those locations, that is 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, those locations are related to RAM, that is a data memory. Okay, so for that purpose type D. Okay, D, then colon, after this 0 cross 40. Okay, this is the memory location. After hitting enter, you will come over here. I will maximize a bit. You can see this is the data memory. Okay, and at data memory location you are over here 40H, means this is the location of 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45 likewise. Fine. Now we will try to execute the program step by step in debug mode. So for that purpose we keep on pressing this particular menu, that is step menu. So after clicking on this, the program has jumped into startup mode. Nothing to worry. Come over here again and keep on executing. It means that there was an error. Okay, now we'll have to remove error. So if we click on this, it says there is one error. Okay, so if we see the program, so error is over here at 30 number over here. So sjump, it must be dollar over here. Okay, so we have saved that file, we have built that file. Okay, now it is showing error equal to 0. Fine. Now we will try to debug that again. Fine. Now we are in debug mode. Now we will keep on executing that program again and again by using this particular button, that is step button. Okay, so after
after clicking over here, okay, so after clicking step by step right here like this, you can observe the content of R0 become 40. Okay, so this one will get moved at the R0 after execution of this particular instruction. Okay, so you need to observe at this place that the 40 is 00. After execution of this instruction, it will become 01. Okay, I am clicking on this now. The content is become 01 just because 01 is moved at the rate R0 means at 40th location. Okay, so in this way we will keep on increasing the value of R0, means R0 will point to next location, that is 41, 42, 43, and on those locations 2, 3, 4, 5 will get saved. Okay, so I will keep on clicking. So content of 41 is now 02. After increasing the value of R0, content of 43 is 3. Okay, so in this way content of 44 is 05. So 40 to 44 is 1 to 05, that is the data present in those location. Next, as per discussed, we have to set the counter. For that we have used R1 equal to 05 because we have 5 numbers, and like this. So here you will observe content of R1 is 00, it will become 05. Okay, in this way content of R0, R6 and R7 it will become 40, and likewise content of R0 is 40, and remaining R7 and R6 will remain 00 as it is. Now this is the program. The logic of this program we have already discussed. Okay, now you have to click on this particular button and check whether the discussed logic is getting executed practically at this point or not. Okay, and so we will keep on clicking, and the content of R6 will get modified all the time because we are not getting any carry generated over here. Suppose if you modify the numbers, instead of 1 2 3 4 5 you have taken some, let us suppose some other number. Okay, then click on this button at this place, PSW, and in this PSW you will observe lots of different flag registers. Okay, now we'll keep on giving the clock pulse. Pushing this button means giving the clock pulse basically, and all of we know that at the end we will get the answer stored in R6 and R7. Okay, so here R6 will get modified. Now we are at the last sentence or the instruction of the program. If we keep on clicking the button, here the content of program counter will get increased, but the pointer will not move to next location. Okay, because jump instruction and dollar, it will let that pointer jump on the same instruction again and again for infinite time. Here lower byte of result is there in R6. You can observe 0f is there, and R7 contains 00, that is the higher byte or maybe the carry. So in this way we have debugged that program, and the content of R6 and R7 is holding the result which is 000f. Okay, now come out from this debug mode, press that D. Okay, now you are at the previous location. Suppose you want to burn this code in the microcontroller, then you can burn by using that hex file. Okay, so in this way we have debugged this program, and we have validated this program with the final result. Okay, thank you. Now next, after this we will move to next assignment, that is multiplication of 16-bit and 8-bit numbers. Thank you.